Hey guys, it's me Dave and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars 2019 set review. Guys, we have the Tantive IV. It's actually the third generation version of this set. I actually have the second version, which so happened to be a 10th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars set. But this, even though it's the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars this year, this is not considered a 20th anniversary set, as well as it's not considered an Ultimate Collector Series set, even though it has the UCS-esque branding. Like, it looks almost exactly identical, box style, to like last year's Y-Wing, as well as the Ultimate Collector's Millennium Falcon. So it's strange that they don't call it a UCS set, but I understand why. It's more of like a play set, even though it has like the details of a UCS set. It's also not considered the new, I think they call it like the Master Builder series. They called the new Cloud City playset that came out last year, they called that Master Builder series as like a new like terminology for these new LEGO Star Wars sets that have more playability than just pure display purposes. So this is neither. It's a strange set. It looks like a UCS set, has the playability of a normal set. Isn't considered a 20th anniversary set, so this is a wild card actually, but boy does it look awesome. It's 1,768 pieces and it retails for $199. I think that's a fair-ish price because this is a very iconic LEGO Star Wars set, or just Star Wars ship in general. It's the very first ship we ever saw in Star Wars. If you watch the series chronological order, you know, starting with Episode 4, A New Hope, aka the original Star Wars, this is the very first ship you see on screen before of course, the Star Destroyer comes above. Just one quick note before I open it up is that this set does have our boy Bail Organa. It's an exclusive minifigure to this set and this set only, and I can't believe it took this long to finally get our boy Bail. We never got the figure after we saw Bail for the first time. I believe it was Episode 2 in 2002. So it's been a good 17 years since we saw the character that we finally got a LEGO minifigure. And it's actually not even based off Episode 2 or 3 of Star Wars. It's based off Rogue One, which I think is interesting. But yeah, here's the back of the box. It is a gorgeous set. I really can't wait to build this thing, honestly. So very exciting. Enough talk. Let's get the scissors here and let's open this baby up. I'm very excited, honestly. Yeah, like I said, strange set. Isn't considered UCS, isn't considered Master Builder. It's just considered a play set. It's $199. And I mean, look at all these pieces. This is not a normal play set, I would say. But yeah, man, look at all this. This looks awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. Whoop. I also came to learn that this particular piece, this white piece, is the Millennium Falcon cockpit piece. First time ever in white. It's only, I think the Millennium Falcon cockpit piece has only been ever used in the Falcon. I'm not sure about that. But I know for the fact that this is the first time we ever got this piece in white. And here's the instruction booklet. Oh man, look at that on the back. There's like this like really cool markings right here. That's really cool. I like that. I like the little details. Shout out to my boy Caesar. Caesar's actually the one who designed this LEGO set. He's one of the people on the LEGO Star Wars design team who are the few lucky people in the world to be able to design these sets. I actually got to meet him at Star Wars Celebration in 2019 this year, and he explained like the whole designing of this set and everything. So it was really cool to actually meet the designer who built it and made this set and hear how from start to finish how this thing was made. Without ado, we're gonna skip the time lapse because I'm doing a live build, so no time lapse. So we're just gonna go straight into the in-depth, and then I'll go into my final thoughts. So without ado, guys, let's check that out right now. All right, guys, jumping into the Tantive IV. As you guys can see, there are 6 minifigures. And of course, as always, we'll jump right into them. Start off with the princess herself, Princess Leia. So there's a new version of Leia. I believe this is a new hairpiece of her bun. Might have been used in a different set like the Death Star Escape, but we definitely get the bottom like skirt piece. That's definitely new. We also get a pair of white legs that you can also replace that with, so that way she can sit in the seats in the office room or desk room, as I'll show you guys in a little bit. Next is R2-D2. There is nothing new about R2 here. He's the same old R2, same prince. Everything looks as usual. Next is C-3PO, and again, just like R2-D2, there is nothing new here. Same minifigure. And onto the Rebel Trooper. So this guy comes in, I believe, one of the junior sets. This isn't the first time we've gotten the new version of him. It is a new version. And then after that, we also have Captain Antilles. And now this is a new figure that's also exclusive to this set. I believe we haven't gotten Captain Antilles since the last Tantive set 10 years ago. So it's good to get an updated one. He also has a new double-sided face print. And lastly, our man himself, Bail Organa. He looks awesome. I've been waiting for this figure forever. Dual-sided print, dual-sided body, no leg printing, and also has like an olive green cape, but he looks awesome. Really love it. And he's actually based off Rogue One and not Episode 3, which I find pretty interesting. Onto the Tantive itself. As you can see, the front part opens up like so with the kind of cockpit pieces. And then you can sit either a Rebel or Soldier, basically any minifigure. Again, that's why you get like the legs with Princess Leia, so you can put her in the seat if you want to, or Bail, or both the Rebel Trooper and Captain Antilles. It's really up to you. Onto the actual main part of the set. It's key that I really explained that this set is so much better with a handle. Like if this set didn't have this handle right here, it wouldn't be as fun, and it just it's such an improvement over the last version, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit what the last version looked like, but having that handle makes all the difference in the world, honestly. It also doubles as a radar dish, which I think is actually pretty smart, so it's not just something sticking out of the set. It actually makes sense that it rises. There's 2 turrets, both on the top and bottom, and they've also hidden some Flickfire stud shooter missile launchers. But yeah, both normal missiles turn, as well as the little dishes on top of the Tantive. When you open it up, you'll see that there's like kind of an office, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. And you can sit both Leia and Bail, or really just whoever you want, but there's this desk. And that's actually more based off Episode 3. We don't really see this desk in A New Hope. But there's also some areas, as you can see, to put your blasters. You can put the weapons up and all of that. And, you can fit basically you can fit all of the minifigures actually in this one room. And of course, we gotta have a little duel between Bail and Princess Leia. And C-3PO is like, "What's going on here? Who shot first, guys? Who shot first, Leia or Bail?" Comment below. But yeah, so moving on to the back, you'll see that there's this storage area where you can, and I actually really like this, where you can hide the extra spring-loaded missiles. I know they give a lot of these extras in the sets, and I never have an extra place to put them, so I'll ultimately just put them in like this bin somewhere, and I lose them and all of that. So I like that you can store them on the actual ship. Speaking of the spring-loaded missiles, you'll see there's a mechanism on the very front. It shoots right out of the front area where the main control area is. Now onto the back side of the ship, you'll see that there's 2, not 1, but 2 escape pods, and both of them are very roomy. Not really, no. You can barely fit 2 minifigures in there. Thankfully, it does fit both R2-D2 and C-3PO in there. It takes a little bit of work, but you can definitely do it. And you can see it, pops off pretty easily from the Technic parts, and it looks good. And there's some extra little details on the bottom as well. There's also details around the middle part where that office is on the lower side and upper side. There's also a bunch of engine detail. Like, it looks so good. There's some sticker pieces you can see here on the side. It's the same case on the other side as well. But there is so many great little details that really make this ship come alive. You can see that there's here in a second they're using like the painter, the paint roller as like a little detail on the top of the engine, which I just think is brilliant, and it really just adds that much to the set, and it really looks great. All right, guys, so we took the in-depth look at the Tantive IV. I really like this set, guys. Honestly, well, first off, it's a much bigger set than the 2010 version. Actually, 1 second. All right, so I took it off my shelf. Boy, this thing's it's not super dusty. Actually, it's pretty dusty. But here's the old Tantive, the 2010 one, and you can just see right away that there's a huge size difference. I mean, if you can see that the engine, the whole main structure is honestly a lot longer. This part up here is a lot bigger than what they used for the cockpit piece previously. I believe this was, yeah, this was so they use a printed trans clear piece here, whereas they used a white piece here with a sticker. I'm not sure if I prefer, which one I prefer, but, oh wow, the minifigures are still in this. The fact that this has the handle is extremely, extremely helpful. I can't express that enough. But yeah, there's a huge difference between the two. So, you know, comparing it to the older version, I don't unfortunately have the UCS one, but the 2009 version, this is significantly better. It's a huge improvement. So even if you have the old one, I would actually suggest the new one because it's way better built. It looks awesome. It's super long and it feels very accurate to what the real Tantive looks like. I love the engine details too. Here on the back, it looks so good. This is really, really good details, honestly. I love the paint, the painter tool as like detail here, like just little things that really make the set stand out, that just add that little bit of to the set is always welcome. I love there's not too much playability this set. I mean, you just have basically the room here, and then you can open up the front cockpit, and of course you'll have the escape pods, and just, you know, a few flick fire missiles and spring-loaded missiles. And that's really it. It's not a super play-heavy set. I really feel like it's more of a display model than it is a play set. Which comes back to where I was at where I was talking about earlier in the beginning of the video, which is, you know, LEGO doesn't consider this a UCS set, but honestly, I really think it's more of a UCS set. It's super well made and it looks great. It looks exactly like what the Tantive should look like. It's not overly like kiddish with like tons of play features and all of that. It looks accurate. I mean, what more can you ask? Plus, you get an exclusive minifigure only to this set, which I really like. I guess you could consider it Captain Antilles, but we've gotten the minifigure before. This is a new iteration of the figure. And then, of course, we also have a new version of Princess Leia. I don't believe this is the same one as the Death Star Escape set. So you're getting some good minifigures in a fantastic set. So I really do believe the $199 or the $200 that you're going to spend on this set, it's pretty fair price. Now, granted, it is about 1,800 pieces. So, you know, if you wanted to be like 10 cents per piece or whatever, you know, 2,000 pieces for $200, it's not quite there. Maybe they could have used those pieces to bulk up this area a little bit more. I don't know. But overall... No, I wasn't saying anything, Siri. But overall, I really enjoy this set, and I do recommend it, actually. Personally, I'm trying to think whether I'd recommend this or buying like all the 20th anniversary sets, because you could buy all the 20th anniversary sets for $240, or you could buy this set for $200. Honestly, I think what you'd be best off doing is buying this set and maybe like the drop ship and the ATRT. That would be my combination, because I really think this set is way, like, it's, first off, we haven't gotten it since 2009, and it's a really good redesign from the old model. It's not like it's just another one of it. It's like actually better too, which is important. I hate when they do like new versions and it just looks a little bit different, but it isn't really better in particular ways. This is really better, especially with the handle. The look of it, the details, the playability, everything about this set is better than the previous version, which, you know, can't really always say with some of these, you know, rehashes of models in LEGO Star Wars. The build itself was really fun. It took me a little over 3 hours, so it wasn't bad. Probably could have gotten it done a little bit faster because I was doing a live stream with this instead of a time lapse. You guys can find that on my channel. But you know, I really had fun building this. It wasn't a bad build at all. So yeah, I definitely recommend this set, guys. The minifigures are great. The set's great. I do actually think it's worth the $200. On that note, guys, I'll see you guys later. I have a whole bunch of awesome LEGO Star Wars and other LEGO videos here on my channel, so definitely keep subscribed. Or if you haven't subscribed, hit that button down below. Other than that, guys, give a big like and thumbs up. Well, kind of same thing. But hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.